But I tell you, my lord fool, out of this nettle, danger, we pluck this flower, safety.
My wife, Catherine Mansfield, responded more completely to life than any writer I have ever known.
Why do you call your magazine Rhythm?
Wig! Your desk.
Oh. Shut up! If you'd only get angry, you're so inert!
Here's the nearest I can get to home, to New Zealand. It does help my rheumatiz. I've hardly complained once this last week.
Well, perhaps you're not going to die of heart failure after all.
She died of tuberculosis on January the 9th, 1923, at the age of 34, and was buried at Avon in Fontainebleau, near Paris. Now, it is not for me to pass judgment on the Gurdjieff Institute, which she had entered shortly before her death, but I am persuaded that Catherine made of it an instrument for that process of self-annihilation which is necessary for the spiritual rebirth whereby we enter the kingdom of love. More I dare not, and less I must not say. Leslie. Oh, couldn't you get a cab at the station?
I wanted to walk.
But you surely could have left your case. Here, let me take...
It's not heavy, and I'm here now.
When did you get my telegram?
This morning, I caught the afternoon train from Lisieux. Catherine, she wouldn't have wanted her coffin to look so cold and so...
Naked?
Yes. Yes, Jack. Trust me not to be able to find the right word.
Here we learn to find meaning in the simple activities of life. Monsieur Gurdjieff teaches us that it is our, how do you say, separation. It is like a divorce, yes, from the real meaning of life that makes us estranged with ourselves and other peoples. That is why we have tried to make even this cow barn beautiful.
Oh, it is.
Katerina loved it so much to be here. She loved the cows. Already we are calling them Mrs. Murray's cows. You do like it, Mr. Murray?
Very much indeed, but you know, I do think we ought to be getting over to the hotel. I did say 7:30 for dinner, and they have come all this way in honor of Catherine.
What did Mansfield really expect to get out of Gurdjieff?
Well, having come to believe that her illness was as much spiritual as physical, she naturally...
Jack, communing with cows, surely that's the very last thing someone with TB ought to...
I agree.
Possibly, but I can't. Sincerely, I don't blame the Institute for her death.
No, of course one
You see, Gurdjieff does have 3 qualified doctors there.
Ah, yes, but Jack, any doctor attached to the Institute...
Catherine wanted to be rooted in life. The Institute's philosophy of communal physical simplicity leading to spiritual regeneration.
Predictable Russian Mother Earthism, nothing more nor less.
What does it matter? It worked for Catherine.
You believe that?
Certainly I do.
Then why, pray, are we here? For her funeral.
Please.
One can lose one's life to save it, surely. Is there any more wine in that bottle, please?
Merci.
Well, at least her place in literature is assured.
Yes, indeed.
Of course, sometimes it's an advantage for a writer to die young. If only Wordsworth had, think what agonies we'd have been spared.
And if only Keats had lived, what glories we would have been given.
Do you think Mansfield would have had more to tell us, Murray?
Yes, certainly I do.
But you worked on so tiny a scale, just jeweled incidents, really.
Scale doesn't matter. Vast or minuscule, either way, is no guarantee of anything. Vision is the only
I agree,
criterion
and
by
in
which...
Mansfield's
Sorry,
work,
but I just don't think we should be talking like this. I mean, it would be all right if she were here, but she's not, is she? Is she?
Leslie, Catherine's work is a separate, discussable entity.
Is it? I don't know. I don't think she wanted it to be. I'm sorry. But why have you come from London if all you can do is attack her?
But they were simply assessing her.
Well, whatever it is you're doing, she's not here to defend herself. And it's too soon. Too soon.
It's only me, darling. You won't think I'm fussing, will you?
Fresh violets, violets, fresh violets, fresh violets. Violets, fresh violets, violets, fresh violets, fresh violets. Want a threepenny bunch, darling? Threepence? Isn't that rather expensive? Dirt cheap. Fresh violets, threepence a bunch. Fresh violets, threepence a bunch. Fresh violets, fresh violets. Bless you, darling. Violets, fresh violets. They look a little dead, really. Fresh this morning. Thank you. Fresh violets, threepence a bunch, threepence a bunch, threepence a bunch, sir. Violets.
Eat it imaginatively. See it, smell it. Breathe it if you can. Isn't it just the sort of cake that might have been mentioned in the book of Genesis? And God said, let there be cake, and there was cake. and God saw that it was good.
No, tasted, it was good. And it is. He was right. So good. Did you make it?
The corner shop.
Yeah, it's a queer thing. But I always do notice what I eat when I come here. Whereas anyone else, I don't. I simply don't. I suppose it comes from living alone and always reading. I always have to have a book while I
feed. By myself, food is just food, something to be devoured, to be made not there. Does that shock you?
To my bones.
But when I come here to tea, I do notice. It's strange. By myself, I have no external life at all. I don't know the names of things a bit. Trees and so on. I mean, you always know the names of trees. I never notice what furniture and places or what people look like, not in the way you do. One room is just like another to me, a place to sit, read, or write, or talk in, except here. Here, in this studio. And you know, here's another queer thing. When I am away from this room, I visit it in spirit. And you. I wander among your things. You never seem to object. I stared at this bowl of fruit on the table. You're never without fruit, are you? And I touch this. This marvel of a sleeping boy's head. It's odd. I love that little boy.
Yes, you told me.
So odd, my never knowing the names of things except here.
Yes, it is, especially when you're going to be, I know you will be, England's greatest living novelist.
I mean, just think of the plays that you're going to write. No one has your exquisite sense of real English comedy.
What I treasure so much about our relationship is its sincerity.
Yes. Yes. And when I think how our minds, they're like two open cities, laid open to each other.
Oh, yes. And it isn't as if you come riding into mine like a conqueror armed to the eyebrows, is it?
Oh, good heavens, no. I mean, nor do you enter mine like a queen, walking soft on petals.
Though I'd let you.
You could.
No, well... No. We're serious travelers.
Yes. Yes. The best of it is that we're both old enough, I mean, mature enough to enjoy our adventure without any stupid emotional complications, aren't we?
Oh, certainly. I think that side of things is quite over and done with, don't you?
Yes. I know that all my energy must be devoted toward my writing. Don't you agree?
Yes, I do. So must mine.
I mean, if one's to achieve anything.
Exactly.
It's an essential self-discipline.
Quite. I ought to poke up that fire.
I wonder, would you mind if I were to smoke my pipe?
You know I wouldn't.
The question is, has psychology, qua psychology, got anything to do at all with literature today?
I love you.
How precisely do you mean?
I love you. I mean, do you think the novel of the future will be a psychological novel or not?
Why can't you speak?
Do you mean that you think the young writers of today, those mysterious, non-existent creatures, are merely trying to jump the psychoanalysts' claim?
Surely you, so perceptive, can see my need. Yes, I do. I think they are trying to be psychoanalysts. But I think this generation is just wise enough to know that it is sick. And that its only means of recovery is to go back to its symptoms. To make an exhaustive study of them, to try, I mean, we must. To track down, as it were, to reach the root of the trouble. Mustn't we?
But what a dismal outlook. For writing, that is.
No. Oh, no, it needn't be. Well, we could... Gosh, 6 already. I'm meeting my publisher at 6.
Oh, are you? Oh, my dear. What have we been talking about?
I don't know. The cake was delicious. I must be off then.
Oh, yes, you must. We should put your hat by the fire. It's still damp.
Oh, no, there's no need to do that at all. It might have shrunk it.
You think of everything.
Well, I must be going then.
Yes. Ah! Not in here.
Are you superstitious?
Dreadfully. You must rush if you want to get to Bloomsbury in time.
Yes. They promised me in advance.
You deserve it.
Yes. It means that I'll be able to immerse myself in my work utterly.
Such a liberation for you.
Oh, yes. I must go.
Yes.
How you've hurt me. We've failed. Go.
Why didn't you insist that I stay?
Don't go.
I could easily have telephoned. Easily. Goodbye. Au revoir.
Oh, how stupid. How stupid. Oh, how imbecile. How stupid. Oh, he'll never come back. He'll be immersed in his novel. How stupid! How stupid! He's realized. Oh, my darling.
It's
really me.
Oh.
Do send me away if it's not convenient.
It's not. I'm sorry, I can't. I've got someone with me. We're discussing his latest novel. It's terribly concentrated work. I shall be hopelessly busy all evening.
It doesn't matter. Not at all, darling. I was just passing, and I thought I'd leave you some violets. I've kept them out of the rain. They look rather, you know, but they were fresh this morning, the woman said.
Oh, my dear. You shouldn't have.
Nothing. Just the simplest little threatening bunch. As a token.
My friend, my perfect friend.
Then you don't mind me too much.
Shush, you mustn't mind what I ever say. Come again, dear friend, come again. Soon.
May I?
Of course. Good night.
Good night, darling.
Dear friend, I've been thinking over our talk about the psychological novel. And if you really wish it, you can. You can ride in upon me like a conqueror. Do, for both our sakes. Good night, my friend. Come again soon. Soon.
She'd want all her things to go back with you to England.
I can't take them all. You'll have to cope, Leslie. Why do they always compare her with Chekhov, this imbecile here?
But Catherine did admire Chekhov.
I know, Leslie, but they positively seize on the TB connection.
I thought the Times obituary was very nice.
Nice. Oh, Leslie, no wonder you drove Catherine quite mad.
I didn't. How can you? I didn't. I did everything I could to help. You weren't there, were you? She couldn't count on you. All the years she was ill. Could she?
You don't understand. My work kept me in London.
She wrote and wrote to you. Hardly a day went by, wherever we were, but she gave me a letter to post to you.
And I replied.
But never so much.
Catherine understood.
Not always. Have you kept her letters?
Every single one. They're superb.
I shall keep her watch for myself.
Do.
It's still going. What shall we do with her brother's photograph?
Johnny. Leslie, please. I can't.
You ought to dress. It's nearly time.
Reste avec nous à l'heure où nous parviendrons un jour peut-être sans le savoir au terme de notre vie, car tu peux seul éclairer pour nous la fin de notre route. Ne nous abandonne pas en face du mystère de la mort, ne nous laisse pas seuls. Reste avec nous, Seigneur.
I think they're waiting for you.
For what?
I don't... Oh, you ought to have something to put in. A token.
Well, I haven't. Don't touch me.
The shawl.
No. No, I have to give this to someone. She told me.
Your marigolds.
Oh, yes. Yes, she liked.
Au moment où nous rendons à la terre ce qui est poussière, nous affirmons notre foi en la vie éternelle. Celui qui croit en moi vivra, quand même il serait mort, a dit Jésus-Christ. Et quiconque vit et croit en moi ne mourra jamais.
Good morning, Hans.
Laura. Where's yours, Laurie? Need to brush it against the nap.
She won't be a minute. She's been telling the men where to put the marquee.
Who is it, May?
Oh, Kitty. She wants to speak to Laura.
I thought perhaps the lily lawn. Wouldn't that do?
I don't fancy it. Now, with a thing like a marquee, miss, you got to put it where it'll give you just a bang slap in the eye, if you follow me.
I see. Well, the band's going to be down there.
Oh, I got to have a band, are you?
Only a very small one.
Pom, cleom, pom, 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 pom.
Laura!
Oh, yes. Excuse me, I've got to go and talk to someone on the telephone.
That's all right, miss. I'm sure we can manage.
Good.
Hey, girl, what's the hurry?
Oh, Meg said there was a...
Hey, could you give a squiz at my coat before the party? See if it wants pressing.
I will. Oh, Laurie, I do so love parties, don't you?
Rather.
Laura, Kitty's waiting.
Come on, Laurie. The girls can cope. We'll be late for the office.
Coming.
Hello, Kitty.
What is it, Sadie?
The
florist, miss.
Laura, tell her she's to wear that darling hat she wore last Sunday.
She wants to come early to help Mother.
Well, I suppose she can.
There won't be much for lunch.
Miss?
Mother says you're to wear that hat you wore last Sunday. Yes, of course. If you don't mind the crusts and broken meringue shells. Do. Bye-bye. Oh, these lilies. Oh, Sadie, it can't be. Must be a mistake. Oh, Sadie.
Is that my lilies, Laura?
Yes.
Are they canna lilies?
Yes.
Then they're the ones I ordered.
But so many. Nobody ever ordered so many.
But I did, darling. I said to myself, for once in my life, I shall have enough canna lilies. The garden party will be my excuse.
Hans, tell Mother and Miss Laura I want them here this instant.
Yes, Miss Josie.
Meg, we must try how the piano sounds from here in case I must sing this afternoon.
You won't be with the band.
I might be. Oh, please, Meg. Let's try over This Life is Weary.
This life is weary, a tear, a sigh, a love that changes. This life is weary, a tear, a sigh, a love that changes. And then goodbye. Aren't I in good voice, Mummy?
If you please, ma'am, the cook says, have you got the flags for the sandwiches?
The flags for the sandwiches. I think so. Sadie, tell cook I'll let her have them in 10 minutes.
Oh, Mother, you haven't. Have you?
I've got the names somewhere. Behind the clock, perhaps? There. What luck. You see? Meg, go upstairs this minute and take that wet thing off your head. And Josie, run and finish dressing this instant. And Josie, pacify cook for me. I'm terrified of her this morning. Now, Laura, you must strike them out for me. Cream cheese and lemon curd. Egg and mice? Can't be mice, can it?
Olive, Mother.
Oh, so it is. What a horrible combination. Egg and olive. Hardly better than egg and mice.
Oh, Mother.
Anchovy and cress.
I've never seen such exquisite sandwiches. How many kinds did you say? 15?
That's right, Miss Josie.
Well, cook, I congratulate you.
That'll be goblets with the cream puffs.
Good morning.
Cream puffs take one back to all the parties one's ever had. Don't they, you, Josie?
One grows out of sweet things.
I haven't.
I must say, they do look beautifully light and feathery.
Have one, my dears. Go on. Your ma won't know.
I couldn't possibly, not so soon after breakfast.
Heard about the accident in Oak Street this morning? Horse shot at a traction engine. Bang! Dead.
Killed.
Who's been killed?
Thrown on the back of his head.
Them engines, they ought to be... A horrible accident. A man killed.
Killed? Where? How?
Know those little cottages below here, miss?
Near our front gate?
Young chap called Scott. He's a carter. Coming down Hawk Street this morning, big traction engine appears round the corner. What does his horse do? It rears up, then bolts. Well, cart hits a bollard, smacks it flat. He's thrown out, slam, bang on the back of his head. Killed.
Dead?
Instantaneously, miss. He was dead when they picked him up. They were taking the body home as I came along here. He left a wife and 5 little ones.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes, miss.
Josie, come here.
How are we going to stop everything?
Stop what?
Oh, the garden party, of course.
The party? Oh, my dear Laura, don't be so absurd. Well, how can we do anything of the kind? Nobody expects us to.
We can't possibly have a garden party with a man dead just outside our front gate.
He's not dead just outside the front gate. Don't be so extravagant, Laura. Those cottages are in a little lane by themselves. There's a whole road between us and them.
But they'll hear the band. Oh, what will the poor man's wife think?
Oh, you won't bring a drunken workman back to life by being sentimental.
Drunk? Who said he was drunk?
Look at the marquee.
I'm going straight up to tell Mother.
Do, darling.
Mother, a man's been killed.
Not in the garden.
Oh, no, no. But listen.
My dear child, use your common sense. It's only by accident we've even heard of it. If someone had died there normally, and I can't really understand how they keep alive in those poky little holes. We would still have been having our party, shouldn't we?
Yes. But isn't it really terribly heartless of us?
Oh, no, darling, it's quite natural.
But supposing one of our workmen had been killed putting up the tent?
The tent would still have gone up, Laura. Such people are different, darling.
But she'll hear the band.
Darling. My child, the hat is yours. It's made for you. It's much too young for me. I've never seen you look such a picture. Look at yourself.
But, Mother...
People like that don't expect sacrifices from us, Laura. And it's very selfish of you to spoil everybody's enjoyment, as you're doing now.
I don't understand.
Perhaps I was being extravagant. I'll have to think about it after the party's over.
Dear, they too like frogs for once. You ought to have arranged them round the pond with the conductor in the middle on a leaf.
Kitty? Hello, Laura.
Laurie,
My word, Laura, you do look stunning. What an absolutely topping hat. Gosh. Oh, sorry, Kitty, so is yours. But when one's sister suddenly, well, you know, blossoms out, it rather takes a fellow by surprise, don't you see?
She looks quite Spanish, I think.
Yes, rather. Come on. Time for passion fruit ice cream.
There, a more delightful garden party.
Thank you so much.
Greatest success.
Splendid music.
Have a sandwich, Daddy. I made all the flags.
Ah, these parties. I'm exhausted. Why will you children insist on giving parties?
Oh, but it was such a success.
Yes, but so.
Don't suppose you heard of the accident in Hawk Street today?
Oh, my dear, we did indeed.
Rather beastly it was, actually.
So Laura told us. She nearly ruined the party, insisting we put it all off.
Oh, Mother, please don't tease me about it.
It was pretty horrible, in fact. Chap was married, too, leaves a wife, half a dozen kiddies, so they say.
You take the lower guy there? You ask the governor. Okay, hold on. Now, begging your pardon, Mr. Sheridan.
Time to haul it down.
With your permission.
Of course.
Easy does it, mate. Steady, steady. Easy.
I know. We'll make up a basket. We'll send that poor creature some of this perfectly good food we have left.
But, Mother...
Laura, dear, it will be the greatest treat for the children, and she's bound to have neighbors calling.
Take scraps from our party.
Darling, what is the matter with you today? A few hours ago, you were insisting on us being sympathetic. Now we are being.
But, Mother...
Go and get the big basket out of the stairs cupboard.
Well... all right.
Oh, Josie, dear, give me a napkin. Run down just as you are, darling. No, wait. We'll send her some lilies. People of that class are so impressed by lilies.
The stems will ruin her frock, Mother.
Oh, so they will. Just the basket, then. And Laura, don't on any account.
Yes, Mother?
Nothing. Run along.
Is this Mrs. Scott's house?
There is, my lass. One of the Sheridan girls.
Help me, God. Mrs. Scott, please.
Walk in, do, miss. It's a young lady. I'm her sister, miss. You'll excuse her, won't you?
Please, don't disturb her.
Who you... Who...
It's all right, dear. I'll thank the young lady. You'll excuse her, miss, I'm sure. It's been so sudden, like. She'll be very honoured, I know, when she realises. I'll take the basket. You'd like to look at him, would you? Don't be afraid. He looks a picture. There's nothing to show.
He looks so content.
They're always the same once they're cleaned up and laid out.
I thought...
It's the peace of God, dear.
Yes. Forgive my hat.
It's a lovely hat.
It was for our garden party. I must...
Nora? Is that you?
Laurie, yes. Oh, Laurie.
Hey, Mother was getting anxious. Was it all right?
Yes, quite all right.
I say, you're not crying, right?
No.
You are.
You were so beautiful.
Don't cry. Was it awful down there?
No. It was simply marvelous. Oh, Laurie, isn't life so...
Isn't it, darling?
I knew you'd understand.
first met Catherine Mansfield in 1903 at Queen's College, Harley Street. I was 15, she was 14 years old. Our friendship, formed at school, lasted until her death. In 1906, K.M. returned home to New Zealand. But 2 years later, she won her freedom from her family and came back to London, determined to be a writer. Her father was a successful banker in Wellington. He gave her an allowance of £104 a year. It was not enough. She was just 20, impetuous, and soon in love with a young violinist, Garnet Trowell. Nor was she without other admirers, among them George Bowden, a singing teacher of solid worth and devotion. But it was with Garnet that K.M. made her first dive into life.
Fortune has befriended Veronique, who is now Helene.
She has managed to discover perfect happiness, you see. Oh, I've got a handsome lover who is all the world to me. And I've got a gallant captain who is all the world to me.
For Helene and Veronique, this is a happy day.
Joy and laughter ever after in our hearts we say.
For Helene and Veronique, this is a joy.
Wakey, wakey, rise and shine. How's my little lovebirds this morning? Beautiful day. Here, your band leader's got a cheek. You're all called for 11:30. Never heard of such a thing, especially when you show in Saturday.
Oh, we're going on to Manchester.
Cancelled. You're not breaking even. Pity, really, because it's a lovely show. I always cry at Veronique. Lovely. Well, come on, jump about. Your legs will get hard. Miss Green, hurry up in that lavvy. There's others waiting with legs plaited.
Ooh. Ooh.
Katie?
I felt, ooh, Garnet.
You couldn't be.
I could be, couldn't I?
Oh, Katie. Better.
Funny nose. Did you hear what she said? We finish on Saturday. Isn't that good? We can go back to London.
Oh, marvellous.
I do wish you'd splash more. Use a spoon, really dig in.
You taste the metal.
I don't.
I enjoy dipping slowly. Taste if the yolk runs over.
Oh, Garnet.
I can't help how I feel.
Nor can I.
Is that another letter from Bowden?
Yes, he's devoted to me. Oh, Giorgio Bowden, nome di lui si amato.
I thought I recognized the writing.
Are you looking at the other side?
No.
Because if you're beginning
I
to
saw
try...
the envelope. I was.
You're very particular about getting sticky with egg, but you can get sticky with people, quite.
Katie, what's the matter with you?
I don't know. Oh, well. Thank goodness we finish on Saturday.
We won't be able to, back home at my parents', you know.
We can get a flat.
What with? We won't be earning.
I've got an allowance. I can do my recitations at parties. Sleeping together, how tired you were, how warm our room, how the firelight spread on the walls and ceiling on great white bed.
Is this about us?
Oh, really? Garnet, you've no feeling for literature at all. I don't interrupt you when you're playing your violin.
Go on.
No. What is it?
Try. Oh, all the other artists are getting up a protest. Say they've been treated like cattle. Well, I mean, the manager really ought to put up the notice.
What notice?
Fortnight's the custom. How long have you been in the business? This wicked management. Just not bothered. Fellow artists, oh, they're up in arms. You should just hear that contralto. Fortissimo.
I'm glad the show's over. I want to go home.
Glad? Oh, then you're not a trooper, are you? Oh, dear. Don't you let on to the others. They'll be furious.
You're not a trooper. You're not a trooper.
Do you, George Bowden, take Catherine Mansfield Beecham for your lawful wedded wife?
I do.
And do you, Catherine Mansfield Beecham, take George Bowden for your lawful wedded husband?
Yes?
I do.
I do.
I declare you man and wife.
Yes.
It is now customary for the parties to embrace.
Yes.
Well, Cass. First, we must give your dreadful hat to the chambermaid, mustn't we? It's not at all suitable for a girl about to be married.
No, Mother.
When do I meet your fiancé?
I don't know.
My dear child, you must cheer up. Your father won't necessarily oppose your marriage. Not if I find Mr. Bowden suitable. Oh. And I think I probably shall, since it is, after all, my daughter who has chosen him. Though your letters did perturb us, darling. He seems to lack background. Cass. Cass! Are you ill?
No.
Oh. You've been worrying, haven't you? That's what it is. Well, you mustn't. I'm here now, and I'm sure I shall like George.
It's too late to like him, Mother. Or dislike him. I married him in March.
Don't be absurd, darling.
I did, and I left him. I left him the next day.
Okay.
I didn't tell you because I couldn't. If I'd telegraphed the boat, it wouldn't have turned round, would it? Just because of my stupidity. And you'd have... Oh, Mother, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. George did love me, but I couldn't. I just couldn't love him. You must have thought you could. He used to write me such kind letters.
So, you're a married... unmarried woman.
I don't know what I am. I can't sleep. I have to take Veronal to sleep. I'm so afraid of the dark. I never used to be. I get so frightened I can't sleep.
You'll be safe here with me, darling.
Yeah, but Leslie and I've got a flat in Maida Vale.
So you say. And I understand that Maida Vale is not at all a suitable district for two young girls. No, you'll stay here with me until I decide what is best to do. Especially as I am not in any way convinced that Leslie is the right influence for you.
Mother, Leslie's my only friend.
Exactly, darling. Clearly London doesn't suit you at all. We shall have to find somewhere healthier. Somewhere discreet. With good, clean air. Bavaria, perhaps.
I can't go there.
Darling, I shall decide what is best for you.
But I don't like anything German. Oh!
Super bitter.
You do not know what is your husband's favorite meat?
I'm afraid I really don't.
But how long have you been married?
3 years.
But you cannot be in earnest. You could not have kept house as his wife for 1 week without knowing that fact.
I really never asked him. He's not at all particular about his food.
No wonder there is a repetition in England of that dreadful decadence in Paris. But how can you expect a woman to keep her husband if she doesn't know his favorite food after 3 years?
Ah, bread soup. That is what I need. My magen has not been in order for several days.
Oh, that's...
And the right consistency. I am a good cook myself.
How interesting.
Oh, yes. When one is not married, it is necessary. As for me, I have had all I wanted from women without marriage. Now, at 9 o'clock, I make myself an English breakfast, but not much. 4 slices of bread, 2 eggs, 2 slices of cold ham, 1 plate of soup, 2 cups of tea. But that is nothing to you English trencharmen, yes?
All I ever have is a cup of coffee.
Impossible. All English eat enormous breakfast. It is a known characteristic of that nation.
They really eat so much. Soup and baker's bread and pig's flesh and tea and coffee and stewed fruits and honey and eggs and cold fish and kidneys and hot fish and liver.
Certainly. I myself have seen it. When I was living in a hotel in Leicester Square. It was a good hotel, but they could not make tea.
Now, that's one thing I can do. I make very good tea. The great secret is to warm the teapot.
Warm the teapot. What do you warm the teapot for? Ah, that's very good. One does not eat the teapot, I suppose.
I eat sauerkraut with great pleasure, but now I have eaten so much of it that I cannot retain it. So I am forced to...
What a pity about the rain. Did you get up early?
At 5 o'clock, I walk for 10 minutes in the wet grass. Again, I go to bed. At 5:30, I fell asleep. And at 7, I made an overbody washing. Again, in bed I go. At 8 o'clock, I had a cold water poultice. And at 8:30, I drank a cup of mint tea. At 9 o'clock, I had some malt coffee and began my cure. Pass me the sauerkraut, please. You do not eat it?
No, thank you. I still find it a little strong.
Is it true you are a vegetarian?
Why, yes. I haven't eaten meat for 3 years.
Impossible. Have you any family?
No.
There, now, you see, that's what you're coming to. Whoever heard of having children upon vegetables? It is not possible. But you never have large families in England now. I suppose you are too busy with your suffragetting. Now, I have had 9, and they're all alive, thank God. Fine, healthy babies. So after the first one was born, I had to...
Oh, wonderful, 9.
Wonderful? Not at all. A friend of mine had 4 at the same time. her husband was so pleased, he gave a supper party and had them placed on the table. Of course, she was very proud.
Germany is the home of the family.
That is fine. The home of the family. We give 3 cheers to that, like you English. Yeah? Hip, hip. Hurrah! Hurrah! Hurrah!
Who is he? Why does he always eat alone?
Ah, he is a baron. But, poor soul, he can't help it.
Help it?
Must being a baron debar him from the pleasures of intellectual intercourse?
Oh, you do not understand. He is one of the first barons.
He comes every year for his nerves. He has never spoken to any of the guests yet. Now, in England, in your boarding house, one does not find the first class as in Germany.
Perhaps he's shy.
He knows his position, and we know ours.
How long are you remaining here?
I don't know exactly. I have to be back in London in September.
Of course, you will visit München.
Well, I don't think I shall have the time. You see, it's important for me not to break into my cure.
But you must go to München. You have not seen Germany until you have been to München. All the exhibitions, all the art and soul life of Germany are in München. There is the Wagner Festival in August, and Mozart, and a Japanese collection of pictures, and there is the beer. You do not know what good beer is until you have been to München. Why, I see fine ladies every afternoon, but fine ladies, I tell you, drinking glasses so high.
When I drink a great deal of München beer, I sweat so. When I'm here, in the fields before my baths, I sweat, but I enjoy it. But in the town, it is not at all the same thing. It's fantastic. I suppose you are frightened of the invasion too, huh? I have read in the newspapers how afraid the English are.
I assure you we are not afraid.
Well, then you ought to be. You have no army at all. A few little boys with their veins full of nicotine poisoning.
But don't be afraid. There is no need. We do not want England. If we did, we would have had her long ago. We really do not want you.
We certainly do not want you.
Goes to the post office.
Does he?
Every day, like a clock. The first class keep in touch with each other by letter. Ja, right.
Cherries. There is nothing like cherries for producing free saliva. Psychologically, I understand your refusal. It is your innate feminine delicacy in preferring etherealized sensations. Or perhaps you do not care to eat worms. All cherries contain worms. I once made a very interesting experiment with a colleague of mine at the university. We bit into 4 pounds of the best cherries and did not find one specimen without a worm. But what would you? As I remarked to him afterwards, dear friend, it amounts to this. If one wishes to satisfy the desires of nature, one must be strong enough to ignore the facts of nature. The conversation is not out of your depths.
No.
See, what a fat one. That is almost a mouthful in itself. Down it goes, worm and all. Yes.
Forgive me, but although not of the first class, I too have some letters to post.
You will require an umbrella. It is dogging and catting. Yes.
Pardon me, but do I overhear that you also go to the post office?
Well, yes.
So do I. You will permit that I offer you the shelter of my umbrella?
Well, that's very kind of you, but I...
It would be my pleasure.
Thank you.
Astounding. Unique.
But a charming girl.
I will send her a bouquet. She is clearly of distinction.
Cab must come soon.
Must it? I'm a fatalist about cabs. You hope too much, that's why you never get one. It was that trunk that did it, Ellen. It was that Rossum with the baby.
You don't have to tell me, Catherine, if you don't want to.
Oh, don't be so squeamish. I was tidying my room at Vorishofen and I tried to lift it on top of the cupboard, but it was too heavy and... the pain was quite unbelievable. I still don't feel quite right.
Oh, you will, darling. Now that you're back.
Yes. At least before lifting the trunk, I managed to produce some stories.
About Germany?
Not quite. More about me having to be there for a time.
And in honor of your newly published book, we have a red plum soup, a Bavarian delicacy. And now, I want you to meet the editor of Rhythm, Jack Middleton Murray, our brilliant young Bergsonian from Oxford. Murray, Yekaterina Mansfield.
WL always insists on giving me strange Russian connotations. I really don't know why.
Oh, you do, you do. It is because you're a perfect Mongolian.
Whatever that may be.
Wayward, cynical, unknowable, like the woman in your German stories.
Oh, dear, I'm not really. How do you do?
How do you do, Miss Mansfield? WL has dubbed our meeting a necessary confrontation. Did you know that?
No, but he's a terrible dubber.
I name occasions, that's all.
Well, I did so very much admire the second story which you sent to Rhythm. It's quite easily the best we've received so far.
Thank you. Why do you call your magazine Rhythm? I like it as a title.
It's really... because I want every contribution, whether fiction, drama, art, or criticism, to have its roots below the surface so that everything in it has the rhythmical echo of the life with which it is in touch. I mean, both in purity and even brutality. It's just that everything must be real.
Yes, yes, I agree with you. That's my aim, too. Do you like the place I live in?
Very much.
It's a good place to work, and not dear, really. £52 a year. It's better, don't you think, to spend the money on rooms and go short on other things? Better be hungry than sordid.
Oh, yes, I agree. I mean, it doesn't matter being poor, provided one can be poor in one's own way. By the way, I've got a job.
You have? Really?
Really? That's all you're doing. But for you, I'd never have gone to the Gazette. And it's in advance for work.
£5?
You see, look, the editor's signature.
Oh, I'm glad.
So my leaving Oxford isn't such a debacle after all, is it?
I should think not. You're a literary gent on the Westminster Gazette. That ought to rhyme. I don't think I've ever liked the look of a cheque so much.
I have to begin by writing paragraphs, 7 and 6 each. They have to be in every morning by the first post. The more I write, the more I earn. And if they go well, I move on to reviewing, he says. And all because of you. Because you insisted that I ought to go and talk to them. I'm sure I wouldn't have on my own.
I wonder. I'd like to think so.
I shall begin looking for a room tomorrow. Not more than 10 shillings, because
You could stay here.
Here?
Why not? You could have this room. We could move the piano.
You mean be a lodger?
Look, exactly. You could use the kitchen and bathroom. But I wouldn't charge you 10 shillings a week, because I'd still have 2 rooms and you only 1. Would 7 and 6 be too much? I think you'll find it better than anything else at 10 shillings. I know rooms in London.
Listen, do you mean it?
Well, of course. Why ever not?
No. I'm absolutely convinced that falling in love is a complete mistake. I mean, for anybody, everybody.
Because of your Paris experiences?
Because of that. I mean, that was an unhappy dream. You know, I'd given up hope that this sort of thing could be.
What sort of thing?
Well, the way we are, you and I.
What sort of thing do you think we are?
Well, we're fond of each other and we're not in love.
No, we're not in love, and it is nice. What do you mean by being in love?
I mean, the sort of thing I felt in Paris for Marguerite. And the feeling I have for you is like what I felt for Marguerite before I fell in love with her.
You mean before she was your mistress? And then you fell in love with her, and then...
That spoiled everything somehow.
I wonder why.
I don't know. I do sometimes wonder about our happiness. I mean, I feel it should last forever.
Why don't you believe it will last forever?
Pour toujours. I'm frightened to believe that. Forever. I'm frightened of the very words.
You haven't much faith, have you?
Have you?
Yes. Sometimes I think I'm a perfect little mine of faith, only I'm not quite certain what it is I believe in. Why don't you make me your mistress?
Oh, what a strange way of putting it. Strange and remote. Oh. Oh, I feel it would spoil everything.
So do I. Good night, Murray.
Good night, Mansfield.
had but 2 little wings and were a little feathery bird, to you I'd fly, my dear. But thoughts like these are idle things, and I stay here.
God's thunder!
She's staring at me. It's natural she would, dashing in like that. No hat, no gloves, in the evening too. Well, if she can stare at me, I can stare at her. Golly gosh, her hair. Are like 2 drunken bees. Did I read that or make it up? Oh, Lord. Must speak. Must. Raise my hat. Oh, no. It's in the other carriage. Oh, dear.
I say, I'm most awfully sorry.
Why?
Crashing in like that. Without my hat, even.
Your hat?
And then staring at you. Well, you must think I'm mad, but I'm not. It's just I'm a terrible starer. It's an awful fault of mine.
It doesn't matter.
What is happening to me? Can't leave it like this.
I got to the station with 10 minutes to spare, you see. I left my things, my hat and my portfolio, in a smoker. I do smoke sometimes, actually. I was having a look at the bookstall when the whistle... Oh, gosh, I haven't paid for it. Oh, Lord, what am I...
Pay tomorrow.
Yes, of course. What a thing to do.
I hope there's nothing valuable in your portfolio.
Oh, no. Only some architect's drawings I was taking home from the office. Rather glad I lost my hat, as a matter of fact. Been hurting me all day.
Yes, it's left a mark.
Has it? So it has. Gosh. Gosh, isn't life wonderful?
I don't think so.
What?
I don't think it is.
Why not?
Because I'm a fatalist.
Aunt here.
I've been a fatalist for a long time now. Months.
A fatalist? You can't be. You're too...
I get out here.
You can't.
I must.
Oh, look here. Shan't I see you again? I must.
Well, I come down every evening.
You do? Oh, good. You really do. Oh, but it's the weekend. So I shan't see you again till Monday.
If I ever do.
Oh, yes, thank you. My hat and my... It seems so silly not knowing your name.
Edna,
Mine's Henry.
isn't it hot?
Rather. I paid for the book.
Good.
Everything in perfect order now.
Henry? Have you ever been in love before?
No. Never. Have you?
No.
Oh, the weekend's been agony. And all today at the office. And just now. Why, I looked in every carriage before you... Just agony.
It's extraordinary. I feel as if I've known you for years.
So do I. We mustn't let anyone else in, must we?
No. This carriage is quite full enough.
It's as if I've swallowed a butterfly and it's fanning its wings. Just here.
And I'd made up my mind I didn't care for men at all. Well, all the girls at the college, they were...
You're at college?
Yes, secretarial college.
I'm in an architect's office, up 130 stairs. We're safe.
As long as you don't come dashing in. Do you like your office?
No, of course not. I don't want to do anything, do you?
No, I hate the college.
Edna, would you take off your hat?
Take off my hat?
Oh, yes. It's your hair. I'd give anything to see your hair.
Hi. It isn't really...
Oh, it is. Please. Oh, Edna. It's the loveliest thing in the world.
People generally laugh. Such an absurd colour.
Oh, they can't. It's gold. Marigold.
That's how I sit when I'm angry. I can feel my hair burning me up. Is it silly of me?
No. No, not a bit. It's your weapon against all the dull, horrid things.
However did you know that?
I just did.
Yes, you did.
I know about you, and you know about me.
Yes, I do.
We found each other simply by being natural. Haven't we?
Yes.
Oh, Edna. Oh, we'll be in that tunnel in a minute. Edna. Can I just touch your hair?
No. Please. No. ask me to let you hold my hand or kiss me, I could kill myself for not doing it. For not letting you. I don't know why I don't even. I can't even understand it myself. I feel if we once did that it would all be changed. We wouldn't be children anymore. You do understand me, don't you? Henry? Tell me you understand.
Yes. Yes, I think I do. But you're not going to be frightened anymore, are you? We'll forget. We'll bury the bogey here. Just here. Here. Done. Buried. You see?
But will it make you love me less?
No. Nothing could. Nothing on earth could do that.
Thank you, Henry. Tell me again about the house we'll have over there.
We mustn't talk about it anymore.
Why not?
It'll turn into a dream. Oh, we ought to be living there now, not be waiting. It's dangerous to wait for things. They only go further and further away.
But Henry, you do have faith, don't you? I mean, you're absolutely certain we will have a house and everything we want, aren't you?
Not enough. I haven't enough faith.
If only we weren't so young.
Edna. Edna. I can't. I must. I can't. No, I can't go on being hungry like this.
Edna? Edna!
Edna!
Such beauties. I've never seen such beauties. Aren't they?
We ought to find somewhere for tea.
Thought you'd like these.
Thank you.
Is the young lady your sister?
Yes.
There's a likeness. I suppose you don't happen to know anyone who wants a cottage. My auntie's taken ill and left me hers. I want to let it.
For a long time, or...
Depends.
I might know someone. Could we look at it?
Oh, it's only a step down the road. I'll fetch you the key. The little one with the apple tree.
Will you come?
like it. There'll be a moon in 2 teas. The trees are full of angels and sugar almonds but the light's awfully deceptive.
Henry, what's been the matter with you today? I do love you. Hold me, Henry.
I've tried everything to tell you I wanted you to kiss me after all.
I've quite got over this morning's feeling of not wanting to.
Oh, you're perfect. 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 Two little wings, and were a little feathery bird. To you I'd fly, my dear. One hour and 59 minutes. No more looking at the time. Just wait. Calmly. Because waiting is a sort of heaven, too. Darling, did you know a cottage could stand on tiptoe? Well, this one can. You'll see how in 1 hour and 58 minutes. Oh, Edna. Oh, darling, come quickly. Now I do have faith. I feel just like God. Can't be. Can't be.
Aren't you going to open it?
There's no need.
Catherine Mansfield and I became lovers. We wanted to marry, but her husband, whom she had left almost immediately after their marriage, delayed divorcing her for 6 years. The magazine Rhythm, which I had started while at Oxford, ran into financial difficulties, and Catherine undertook to pay off the magazine's debts to the printers out of her allowance from her father. But now, just before the war, in 1914, we came to know D.H. Lawrence and Frida. The four of us were, I thought, destined to become great friends. But Catherine mistrusted Lawrence, not lightly, but deeply.
You may have enlisted, Mr. Murray, but there'll be no war for you just yet.
He's given me a chit.
You're not?
No.
Oh, thank God. It's all right. We're not married, and Bogey's not going to the war. Oh, my darling.
He says we're to go away on holiday. Doctor's orders give my chest a chance to clear. I said, did you think Buckinghamshire would do? He said, anywhere away from London.
The cottage near the Lawrences.
Why not? It's there. And we can all be medically unfit together.
I hate this war. I know what it is, and I reject it. As far as I possibly can, I will live my life and be happy, if possible, though the whole world slides down in horror into the bottomless pit. The highest virtue is to be happy, living in the greatest truth, not submitting to the falsehood of these personal ties. The real way of living is to answer one's wants.
That supposes one knows one's wants, and who one is to want them.
Well, I do, Jack, I do. But I will not, I refuse to know in the headway. Only by feeling and wanting will I know. Oh, Jack, that is no way to paint a door.
Lawrence. Lawrence!
It must be done quickly.
You're spilling everything.
There, that's how you paint a door.
And the floor. Wait.
Apples, beautiful pea green apples.
My paint.
I climbed up. Smell October in them.
I've finished your hat for you. Put it on.
Oh,
God. Oh, Jack, it's hopeless for me to do anything but that I have a woman at the back of me. I daren't sit in the world without a woman behind me. Oh, a woman that I have keeps me in direct communion with the unknown.
Ah, blood darkness. Ooh.
You only scoff because you're not fully female, Catherine.
Tosh, ask Bogey.
Christianity, as a myth, is important to me. The Christian bond is conscious. Leave father, mother, brothers, sisters, and follow me. It's a a proper passing on from the tables of the law to the Sermon on the Mount.
But we carry the tables of the law within us wherever we go.
Of course, but they're balanced. The unconscious by the conscious, they have to be. There's a living harmony to be found between them.
No. There's no such balance to be found. No, we go wrong in our minds. All I want is to answer my blood direct. You see, I can see man's body as a kind of flame, like a candle flame. Forever upright and yet flowing, coming God knows how, out of practically nowhere, and being itself. Whatever there is around it, that it lights up. But the objects it illuminates are not important. The flame is. And we mustn't chase the mystery in the fugitive, half-lighted things around us. We must look at ourselves and say, my God, I am myself.
Yes. Yes.
I must escape, Johnny. I must. I can't do any work here. I can't bear this cottage. It's making me ill. And the roof leaks. Oh, your sister's getting so old, so old.
27.
Oh, chummy. Oh, my darling brother. I feel ever so much older than Jack. He often talks to me as if I were an older woman. He's such a hero worshipper. He and Lawrence and all the others talking themselves into thin air. Jack's disappearing. There's no sense of his own identity at all. He can't even fry a sausage without thinking of God.
You're out of love with him?
I don't know. I don't know, but I do know our 3-year idyll is over. He doesn't even know if I'm more to him than a gratification.
He told you that?
Not quite. I looked in his journal. It was there.
Did he mind?
He was furious. Quite rightly. It was an unwritten law between us never to peep.
But you did.
I had to know what he was becoming. It was wrong of me, but at least I know now.
Yes.
I've got to breathe new air.
I could lend you some money, Katie.
Could you? No, you...
Yeah, I can. Well, enough to get you to Paris and live there for a while.
Oh, chummy. Oh, you are a dog! Oh.
Yeah, it's the least a brother can do.
I measure everybody by you. You're always here, always. I'll be able to write again. I know Paris will revive me.
You're saying that flat your friend offered you?
Shh! He's at the front. A novelist masquerading as a corporal. I'd be alone in the flat.
I expect I'll pass through Paris when I finish training.
We can have a wonderful dinner, and you'll be a real par man, ordering everything.
Yeah. What will Jack say?
He'll have to understand just as best as he can.
Well, I'll give it to you now, Katie. You've always done things straight on the line.
How rich you are.
Well, I've nothing to spend it on in the army. Listen to the female side. Too male, too conscious, too knowing.
Oh, you want to come out with this Beecham? Money?
Chummy's lending it me.
What for?
Oh, how censorious, because I need it, Jack.
No kettle on.
That's not an answer.
An intellectual woman, Jack, needs money as a substitute.
Did you have a nice walk?
Yes. Lawrence talked very well. He's been denouncing my father for me. He is why I have no sensuous nature, he says.
Does he? You listen too hard to him.
Oh, Bethel, Jack. She senses the bond beyond the personal that could exist between us.
And you still haven't said why you need the money.
I'm going to Paris.
Oh?
I can't work here. It's crippling me physically and spiritually. I have to escape. I'm going to Francis Carco's flat in the Quai des Fleurs.
I see. I suppose you made all the arrangements, those letters he's been writing.
He's at the front. He's in love with me.
And you? Are you?
Can't tell here.
I see.
Jack! If you'd only get angry, you're so inert!
She's right, you should.
Don't I know? Don't I know?
Bonsoir, madame.
Ah, madame.
How absurd. It cannot be her. It never will be.
Sit down. Who's it?
Chocolat. It has turned cold, hasn't it?
Monsieur?
The English always begin a conversation with remarks about the weather. Have you noticed?
Pardon, monsieur. Je ne parle pas anglais.
No, no. It was she who couldn't... It was the other way around.
J'ai une petite chambre, monsieur, si vous voulez.
We all have our little rooms, little wantings. And this is where I write.
Jolly nice.
My writing table is English.
You must be very successful as a writer.
Oh, nothing is paid for. It is all, how do you say, antique. Already my first book, False Coins, is a succès d'estime. See, I inscribe it for my English friend. For Dick Harmon, with sincerest wishes, Raoul Duquette.
Thank you.
And also, I am preparing my collection of poems. They are what I really care for. I will call them Left Umbrellas. They will create an immense sensation. Do you see my pictures? They are a little outré, but very fine. Don't you agree?
Very interesting.
You English, you are superb. So calm, so cool. Laconic, I think, is the word. Ah. Dick, do you see her? I will tell you why I keep her, because you... Oh, but where's the whiskey we bought?
Here.
Excellent. We must broach it for the nightcap. Or several nightcaps, to seal our friendship. Yes, I keep that magnificent negress because you won't be shocked. When I was 10 years old, we had an African laundress. Cheers. She was very big and very dark. I was tiny for my age and pale, but with a very pretty child's mouth. Then one day, she caught me up in her arms and began kissing me. Oh, Dick, those kisses, especially the ones inside my ears, they nearly deafened me. After that, she gave me a little fried cake coated with sugar. Every week after that, it was repeated, and more. In fact, my childhood was, to put it prettily, kissed away. And you know, it is a fact that since then, I have never made the first advances to a woman, to any woman. At first, I was surprised. Is the very distinguished young lady discussing Le Kipling with the gentleman in the brown beard really pressing my foot? I would press back and, yes, oh yes, she was.
Extraordinary.
Curious, isn't it? I don't look like a maiden's dream. Oh, I really don't like whiskey.
But you insisted on buying it.
To honor you, Dick, to honor you. Now you must tell me about you. This special study you're making on modern French literature is a tremendous idea.
Oh, it's only a notion at the moment. We'll see. Whiskey's bad stuff to get drunk on, so I will. Slowly.
No, I do not believe in the human soul. I never have. People Yeah, like suitcases. Packed with certain things, started going...
Or thrown about?
Yes! Or tossed away.
Or dumped down?
Precisely. Lost and found, half emptied suddenly.
Or squeezed together, fatter than ever, possibly.
Yes, just think you are perfect. You understand. They are. Until, finally, the ultimate porter swings them onto...
The ultimate train?
Yes! And away they rattle. Don't ask me why I have such a fancy for this cafe. It is dirty, it is sad. Oh, yes, Dick, it is. Sad to its core. Observe the waiter. See how he stands. He is waiting to be photographed in connection with some wretched murder. And underneath the caption, interior of cafe where body was found. Don't you agree?
Perhaps his feet hurt him.
No, no. He is waiting for his one moment in life.
I'm afraid I have to go.
At last, Dick. I see into your heart. She's very handsome. Not quite young. Oh, yes.
That is my mother.
Oh, I am sorry. I did not mean to joke.
Would you please pay for our copies?
It is much too much, Dick.
It doesn't matter. I must go. I have to collect my bags from the hotel.
No?
I am leaving for England.
You're not serious?
I am, perfectly. I must get back. I have some work to do that I cannot manage here.
But why did you not tell me before? It is insulting just to get up and go. After all, going to England is not like crossing the boulevard.
Oh, it's not much further, really. Only a few hours.
But why did you not tell me when we've been such friends?
I don't care for scenes.
Oh, you thought I'd shout and flap my hands, huh?
Well, you are rather, aren't you?
Only because I... Oh, well, go. Go, since you wish it, but I consider myself insulted.
You shouldn't, really. There's no need. I'll write. Goodbye.
Adieu.
You're absurd, Raoul. Au revoir.
Oh, j'ai déjà entendu cela, mon vieux.
I'll be over again.
Don't count on me to come running. I am not your little fox terrier to jump up and down with my tail wagging. Dick! Dick! I am here, Dick, over here, old chap.
Oh, there you are.
Good evening, Dick. How are you, old chap? All right?
Yes, all right.
It is marvelous, stupendous. When I received your letter, staying in Paris, indefinitely so good.
Look, you got the rooms.
Yes, of course. The best I could find. But where is Madame?
Oh, she's looking after our luggage. And she's not Madame. Oh, here she comes now.
Now I understand. That is why you were so distraught just now, huh? Oh, Dick, how English of you to be embarrassed. Oh, she is a lovely, a perfect little mouse.
How extraordinary. That's what I call her, mouse.
I had such time with the porter. He wouldn't understand.
Darling, this is Raoul Duquette, my Parisian friend.
Oh, how do you do?
Enchanté, mademoiselle.
Je ne parle pas français.
Oh, it does not matter one bit, because I speak English, you see. And besides, I'm sure you do, really.
Of course she does. Here, couldn't we get a cab or a taxi or something? We don't want to stay in this cursed station all night, do we?
And this, I thought, for Madame. I mean, Mademoiselle, I'm so sorry. I think you will find the linen is clean. The towels also. Your room, Dick, is not so large, but I thought since you would both naturally be using this... Yes. And there's also a small dressing room here. Well, there we are. I know you won't be wanting me just now, so...
No, you must stay, Raoul. Oughtn't I to help that chap with the boxes? All those stairs, after all.
Yes, you ought. They're dreadfully heavy. Books, you know.
Yes, right.
I know these rooms are very high up, but I chose them because...
No, laissez-moi prendre la grande.
You are quiet here, yes? Above the noise. You can be as quiet as a mouse, yes?
That's your trunk, Dick.
Well, you don't mind it standing here at present, do you? Just for a moment. I'd better pay this chap. He's got all the rest on the landing. We can sort out which is whose.
C'est tout, monsieur?
Yes, that's fine. Merci.
No. No. I'd like some tea. Tea for 3. Tea. At once. Immediately.
Are you sure? Yes. Yes, all right. Yes, that's a good idea. Du thé pour toi tout de suite.
Du thé pour toi.
I'm sorry, so thoughtless. You must be so tired, Mouse. I am exhausted, I admit it. Do sit down, Raoul. Why don't you take off your cloak, Mouse?
No, thanks. Not just now.
What a pity it is you did not arrive by daylight. There is such a charming view from these 2 windows.
Yes?
So many absurd little boys on bicycles and people hanging out from windows and... Oh, well, you'll see for yourselves in the morning. Very amusing. Very animated.
I thought you said it was quiet.
It is quiet, too.
Oh.
Entrez. Ah, tea, the lifesaver.
Ici.
Ça va comme ça, madame?
Yes. Oui. Milk and sugar.
No milk, thank you, and no sugar.
Oh, but that's not tea.
Oh, it is for me.
That's for Dick. Could you...
Oh, of course. Delighted.
Thanks.
The cup that cheers but not intoxicates, yes?
Inebriates.
What?
Oh, I say, do you mind posting a letter for me, old chap? I must get it off by tonight's post. Once I've written it, that is. It's to my mother. It won't take me long to write, but it simply must go as soon as... you don't mind? I'll write it in my room.
Won't you drink your tea first, darling?
My tea? I won't be long.
I will be delighted to post it for you, old chap.
Thanks.
You must forgive me if I am impertinent, if I am too frank, but Dick has not tried to disguise it, has he? There is something the matter. Can I help?
I'm afraid you can't help, thank you. I'm awfully sorry. It must be horrid for you.
Oh, not at all. But you are suffering. This is what I cannot bear to see. Someone so exquisite. Suffering.
Oh, it'll be all right. It can't go on like this.
But of course it can't. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, no, don't mind me. Do smoke. Matches by the candlestick.
Ah, yes. Yes, Dick is a strange man. He once insulted me without realizing it, I think. But his charm, I call it his English charm, is so amazing that I forgave him.
Please, please.
Oh. Oh, I'm so sorry. Beside you, I'm the elephant, yes?
He's been gone an awfully long time.
Perhaps he writes a long letter to his mother. He showed me a photograph of her once. She seems a very powerful...
This is... He's been gone ages. Dick? Mouse, my little mouse, it's no good. It's impossible. I can't see it through.
My mother all her life.
Did he...
Oh, Dick!
He is gone? Oh, may I?
Do what you like.
It all seemed so positive when we talked and planned. But the very moment the train started, it was all over. I felt her drag me back to her calling. Extraordinary. It would kill her, and, oh God, I can't kill my mother. It is incredible. Can there be such mothers?
Oh, yes. Yes. And so, you see, it's not incredible at all. I'm not to write to him. I am to forgive him. And on second thoughts, I am to love him. I knew all along, of course. I felt it all through me. On the train, on the boat, on the train. But I still went on hoping. As one so stupidly does, you know?
As one does. Of course, as one does. But tell me, what will you do now? Go back? See him?
What an extraordinary idea. I shan't dream of seeing him. As for going back, that is quite out of the question.
It is?
Quite. I can't go back.
But surely...
No, it's impossible. For one thing, all my friends think I am married.
My poor little friend. I'm sorry. I always express my sympathy with a touch. I am sorry. But have you any money to stay with?
Yes. I have £20 here.
I see. That is plenty. So, what are your plans?
I have no plans. It's very late. You must go now, please.
I am so sorry. I asked too many questions too quickly. Forgive me. Let me come tomorrow morning. You will let me look after you a little, hmm?
Yes, you're very kind. Yes, do come tomorrow. I shall be glad. It makes things rather difficult because je ne parle pas français.
Mouse, mouse, where are But somehow, in the end, je ne parle pas anglais.
Vous n'avez pas encore dîné, monsieur.
Eh non, madame. Pas encore.
Bogue, I'm shorn, utterly shorn of my wickedness. I promise you I am. I'm free again. I can love you again. I can work again. Oh, Bogey, be glad. Such a good wig has come back to you. Oh.
Alice, my love, we will never separate again, will we? Never.
Oh, Bogey, I feel so glad, so healthy. My arthritis is quite gone. You found such a nice house.
Oh, come have a look.
Darling, you have forgiven my brother, haven't you, for lending me the money that took me away?
Oh, yes, yes. I didn't, but I do.
Oh, you're so good to me. You've got your speckled trousers. He wants to come and stay, can he, chummy?
Oh.
For a week before he goes to the front.
Of course. Of course. Wig. Oh, my wig. Wig, look, your desk.
Oh, you
Mm.
Like home. Tinnacorry Road.
Not so big.
Not so many. Do you remember after a southerly buster, we used to go out with clothes baskets and
When
pick
we
them up?
stooped, they went on falling on our backs, on our heads.
Yeah, never seen pairs like them since. Bright canary yellow.
And black pips, like jet.
Yeah. First we pulled out the stem.
I used to suck the end, it was faintly
And then we
soft.
ate them from the top down.
Always never the other way.
No. Ah, delicious. Yeah.
Do you remember the pink garden seat by the violet bed?
Where's it now? It wobbled a bit, and there were normally the marks of a snail on it.
Do you think we'll be allowed to sit in it in heaven?
Of course. That's where it is.
Isn't it extraordinary how deep our happiness was? How positive, deep, shining, warm.
Mm.
We used to look at each other and smile, sharing a secret. What was it?
I think it was the family feeling.
We were almost like one child. It's getting chilly.
We'll go back there one day.
And find everything.
Everything. You cold?
Dreadfully.
Goodbye, darling.
Why'd you say that? Why?
Because I'll always be a stranger here.
Not to me, darling. Not to me.
Oh, my son.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah. I'm done.
Not fair!
No, we weren't ready.
Right.
Now.
Oh, I can't play anymore. I'm exhausted. You'll have to play for two, Jack.
Right, changes.
We need a brother, Jack.
Yes, it did.
Jack, can I read your credo for signature?
Of course, of course. Oh, I'm no good.
This is an attempt to define my personal philosophy in relation to the new revolutionary magazine that DHL and I have agreed to edit together. The war has assailed me in my consciousness. Men I know of my own age have met their death. Every time the news of such a death has come to me, I've been plunged for hours, even for days, in a cold despondency of horror.
Miss K.M. Beauchamp.
Beecham, yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. I can't. Yes, I can't. I'm exhausted. Oh, I haven't. Wig. 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 What is it? What is it? What? Isn't it? Tell me, isn't it? No, it can't be. It's not even at the front.
They say it was an accident.
Oh, God. Oh, my God.
Isn't it a picture? Your father will sit at that end and your mother at this end. Isn't it a picture? Lost your tongues?
Oh, people want to eat the food.
I should think they are.
What's the leak for?
Leak, darling?
There.
That's not a leak.
It looks like a lake.
That's for the ice pudding.
Oh, let me touch
No.
it. You all want to touch everything. Please, just my finger on the roof. No.
Certainly not.
It's still too tight, Nurse.
You're not going to eat the house, are you?
Hush, darling. Do you see, Nurse?
But, Mother...
Of course not, darling. What an idea. People don't eat houses.
He means...
Not now, darling. Off you go, both of you. And be sure to play tidy games till you're called. If we undo this scene, Nurse, it should be all right. And off you go. Nurse is helping me now. Nurse will fetch you down when it's time to be seen. Only a minute, mind. Then up to bed.
They mustn't eat the house.
Off you go.
You are silly. I'm not. I mean it.
Little recital in the drawing room and then the serious business, the grub.
Nurse said you had to read it.
I told them they could come down just for a minute. Oh, little darling.
Oh, such a serious little prophet.
Hello, my lad. Fond of dogs?
Yes, you got one.
I said only a minute, darling. Off you fly, my precious baby.
In we go,
Off to your little nest.
My daddy must carry me. Daddy, carry me.
Now, come on, lad, on your own 2 feet.
Off you fly, my darling.
Come on, lad.
I mustn't eat it. I forbid it.
So much more about it than most people. Regular medical teaching does not know.
Yes. Are you? Yes. Shall we? All right.
Seen a knock in the door?
They're clapping. Don't nod your head. I know, I never nod my head. You do? You were fast asleep. I wasn't.
And a bit of the roof for Mary.
You should have let Dixon serve it, darling.
This is special put.
naughty again. I'm not.
Excuse me, ladies. By Jove. Hello. Kitty, look at this.
Oh, the naughty children.
Well, have them down. Give them a bone.
No, certainly not.
Oh, do, Daddy, do have us down.
I'm hanged if I won't. I won't be bullied, Kitty. You're a perfect ton of bricks. Come on. Come and have some pickings.
Mother, your dress is right off one side.
Is it?
Yes, delicious.
Oh, silly boy.
I'm not.
Oh, not you, darling. Father.
But he's old.
Go on.
Daddy, the little handle's left. The little nut. Can I eat it?
Come on, lad.
Horrid!
There, didn't I say?
Horrid!
Off with you. This moment. Off you go.
Chummy. Oh, Chummy. I promise I'll remember. I'll record it all as it was. I'll write about our own country. Then I shall be able to be with you in all the remembered places. Oh, my love. Oh, my brother, I shall make our undiscovered country leap into the eyes of the old world. But all must be told with a mystery, a radiance, an afterglow, because you, my little son of it, are set.